This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck. It is a 2000 Ford F350 crew cab long bed. It's a 7.3 turbo diesel. It's four-wheel drive. It's a Lariat, which is leather. This truck has 211,120 miles. It is a theft recovery purchased directly from an insurance company, State Farm, in Eugene, Oregon. And it is on a salvage title due to theft, not collision. Basically, if you want to know a little bit more about it, there's a little animated video on salvage theft in our ads that'll tell you why. But basically, it's the attorneys for the insurance companies do not want any liability for their client, the insurance company. And the way they do that is by selling it to us on a salvage title. And so when we sell it to you, they're out of the loop. If they sold it to us on a clear title and then we sold it to you and you killed yourself, a good lawyer may be able to connect the dots and go after State Farm's money instead of Wheel Kinetics money because of that title. And that's why they do it. Basically, it takes any kind of guarantee or warranty away from the insurance company. And that's also why our rates are much higher, because of stupid stuff like that. It has nothing to do with any damage or wreck or anything like that. It has to do with lawyers. Anyway, once we buy them, we bring them here and we do an inspection. This is what an inspection looks like. And I got my little cheat sheets right here. And my cheat sheets read as follows. Windshield, louvered tailgate, Rotella oil change and filter, front and rear brake pads, wiper blades, sway bar links, steering shock is new, and it got new coolant. Other than that, what you have is a truck that is a black 2000, almost a 16-year-old truck that was used as a truck. Cosmetically, it's got dings and nicks all over it. What's really weird about this truck is A, it's got a really good Carfax. It was serviced at the dealer quite often. And the interior looks like 70,000 miles. If the exterior looked like the interior, this truck would be a fortune. But most people who are buying this truck aren't looking for anything but the motor, which it has. All right, it's got Michelins all the way around that are probably 30 or 40% tread, maybe 50 if you're being generous. The next stop for this truck is pictures. See, it's got all these chips on it. Somebody spilled something on there. Obviously, this thing is an ugly truck. Okay, it's not super ugly, like disgusting ugly. It's clean, but it's got dents and dings and stains everywhere. If you want it to look good, you probably have to spend probably between $1,000 and $1,500 at a place like Mako and get 90% of the dings out of it and then paint it a one-stage paint. But I don't think whoever's buying this is going to care that much. I mean, you've got this, got this. Just make sure that when you are looking at the pictures, you click on the little magnifying glass. If you're really concerned about cosmetics, please make sure that you click on that and it'll zoom you in on whatever you want to see. It's really like putting your face inches away from the vehicle. So cosmetics should never be an issue, all right? In the pictures, there'll be 4 pictures of this vehicle before it left Eugene, Oregon. And in those pictures, you'll see a tailgate on it. That tailgate did not belong to this truck. I'm not sure why they put it on it, but it was a red tailgate that someone rattle can black. So we bought it a new louvered tailgate. Obviously, there's a couple floor mats for the rear. Obviously, it could use a bed liner, but it does have the mounts for a fifth wheel hitch. It has a nice spare tow hitch. If I owned this thing, I wouldn't do a thing to it, because obviously all you're going to do with it is pull stuff and work with it. And because it's got a 7.3, now I'm going to show you the Carfax in just a second, that was pretty well maintained. I mean, actually really well maintained. First thing I'm going to show you is the Kelly Blue Book on it. Long bed with 211,000 miles. Lariat automatic four-wheel drive. 12,261 is the fair purchase price from a dealer, and 13,469 is the range right in that area. As low as 11 if it was in poor condition. I would say the interior of this thing is in great condition. The exterior is probably a 2 or 3 out of 10. And the engine is about, for a 16-year-old truck, I would say probably an 8 or a 9 out of 10. Carfax says this. That's what it's worth, $11,761. Now, obviously, it's on a salvage title, which is what Carfax dings this for, and they still say it's worth that. Maybe not. Maybe, I don't know. The market will speak on this one. Good dealer services. But we've sold so many of these things, literally probably close to 100 in the last couple of years. Exactly this truck, exactly this mileage. We pretty much know what it's going to sell for, but we try to give you guys a little reference. So there it was at 198,000 miles. It was at Skyline Ford. These are all at Skyline Ford, by the way. And then on 8/1 of 2015, it was stolen. And 10 days later, actually 9 days later, it was recovered. So it was only stolen for 9 days. And they totaled it because of theft. So that's what happens. Anyway, that stuff's going to go in the glove box. And I'm going to fire this thing up. I got to pick up the pace here. There we go. Alright. Stop. No blow by there at all. Just say no. Tiny bit. I would say for 200,000 mile, that's a very little blow by. Ford stamp there, Ford stamp there, stickers where they belong, stickers where they belong. Let's see, we got a sticker over the Ford stamp there. There's another Ford stamp there. The Ford stamps will tell you that everything's original up front. That means that it hasn't been wrecked. When you see those Ford stamps, you know that it's all original stuff. When they crash them, they don't put original fenders back on. They're too expensive. So when you see those Ford stamps, that's a very good thing. You can see forward, back, up, down. Look at the interior of this thing. It's kind of weird. It's like they did a lot of work with the truck on the exterior and then made sure they were nice and clean before they got inside it. Even the headliner's in great shape. Your driver rear door. Seats look great. Carpet looks good. Oh. Really weird. The difference between the interior and the exterior of this truck is dramatic. Like I said, a trip to Mako would make it look quite a bit better if you wanted to. That all works fine. And the seats. It's very unusual to see them like that. Not good a shape. The air's on. It's freezing in here. I'm gonna turn that off because it's cold. They stole the radio, obviously. We don't do radios anymore because inevitably we'll put a radio in, and the first thing the new owner does is take it out and put his own radio in. So we'll waste money on that. There's your overdrive off and on. I'm gonna put it in neutral. And then 4 low. Put it in drive. Now we're in 4 low. That's definitely 4 low. And reverse. Perfect. Now we're gonna go to 4 high. Drive. And reverse. Perfect. All right, let's see. We'll go to 2-wheel drive. All right, let's see what else. Oh, this thing works too, which is unusual. Another interesting thing. Almost never do these work. All right, let's see. Let's go for a ride. So it's got very, very minor blow-by. It's got dings and scratches and stains all over the paint. The tires are about, I would say, 30 or 40% tread on Michelin's. It's got a nice spare. On the interior, on a 1 to 10 is about for this truck, it's about a 8 or a 9 in my opinion.